Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another morning ramble. And today I want to talk about sadness, but in a kind of a upbeat way, because I was talking with a Buddhist friend yesterday, and he said that in their cosmology, in their linguistics, sadness is the word that's used to describe the feeling of losing a support structure. And I just thought that was a fascinating way of thinking about sadness. And in fact, I can kind of see that when I feel sad, I'm inevitably thinking about the loss of or being without something that has seemed like a stable in my life, a stable structure, a stable person, a stable routine. And that feeling of that loss of structure is actually a feeling of liberation. It's an opening up to a larger freedom. And what I mean by that is that quite literally, the structures that we lean on to support us are inherently unstable. They're inherently temporary. That which is born will die. That which is of this world will not make it out of this world. And so when we rely on a job, when we rely on a person, no matter how wonderful that person is, when we rely on a government, when we rely on a set of ideals, inevitably they're going to let us down. No, not let us down necessarily as in disappoint us, but let us down as in not hold us up, as in the nature of a support structure made of something temporary is it will not last. I seem to remember there's a fairy tale about three little pigs, and two of them build structures that look strong, but are made of inconsequential materials that can't even stand up to the big bad wolf. Well, we are doing that all the time. We are trying to build our house on money. We're trying to build our house on sand. We're trying to build our house on relationships. We're trying to build our house on things that ultimately are just made of something that looks strong but is temporary. And so we feel sad when we start to feel that institution, that support structure crumble. Well, what do? Well, you've got to look for a more solid means of support. And the only solid means of support that I can see in this universe is our true nature, is resting in who we really are, is the space within, is going home. I got an email from a friend this morning, and this is somebody who has, since I've known them, been wanting their own home and never been able to do it, and almost did it a couple of times, and you know, almost feels cursed because the one thing they've never been able to do is buy their own home. And they've been feeling sad a lot lately, and experiencing the loss of a lot of the structures that they thought they could rely on in themselves and in others and in the world around them. And they wrote me this morning to say, I finally realized that the home that I've been so desperately trying to buy is the home inside me. It's the space within. It is going home to love. It is going home to life. And it's always available. And it's always right here, right now. And we just need to let ourselves settle into it, to rest into it, to move into it. And we can live from it. There's a beautiful quote by Ramdas. We're all just walking each other home. And I hope that these rambles and this one in particular will maybe just help you find your way home a little bit quicker. Have fun, learn heaps, go home, and I'll talk to you soon.